You know, I found this pile of lumber on the side of the road, so I just threw it in the back of my truck. I brought it home, brought it down to my workshop, and it was just laying there. It was 2x4s, you know, different lengths. It was scrap wood, I guess. I don't know, I had this strange notion to make something out of it, something not to build anything, but to make something different out of it. Kind of like just a crazy little notions that people get sometimes. So I got it and I started putting it together, not even knowing what I was trying to make. You know, bolting, put bolts in there and this, that, and the other. And it started looking like a man. It started looking like a man. So I just kept on going with it. And I made it, I used hinges that I had laying around, got a bunch of hinges laying around of all sizes, and I made his elbows and his knees and his head and his neck, and even made him some fingers, sawed some pieces up and put small hinges on them and made his fingers. And I don't know why I was making this crazy thing, but it was a man looking thing. Kind of funny looking, made out of wood, if that can be imagined. But you know, I kind of hung him upside down, and I had a big old belt there in the workshop, old lifting belt I used to have years ago, big old wide belt. And I started beating him with that belt. I mean, I was beating him till my arms wore out. Went over there and I was kicking him. It was just crazy. Then I let him down on the floor. I cut the rope. I had him tied up, but he just fell down on the floor. And then I peed on him. And I said, beat him some more. I don't know what possessed me to do that. Anyway, I just got it and I put it in this chair I had and went on upstairs. I was exhausted. And, you know, came back down the next day and I said, you know, I'm going to throw that damn thing away. That thing's crazy. That thing's making me do crazy things. So I go down there and I start getting ready to take him apart. I was just going to take him apart. And then something strange happened. He moved his hand. The wooden hand, it moved. And he moved his elbow. And he moved his legs a little bit. And boy, I tell you, I was so scared I didn't know what to do. This thing was coming to life. So I backed up and he just got up and started walking around the workshop like I wasn't even there. Didn't even pay me no attention. Man, I tell you, I was so scared I didn't know what to do. So I was going to try to make it upstairs, but he kind of walked in front of me where I couldn't really get past him without trying to physically move it, and I didn't want to lay my hands on him then. So I just backed up. I just backed way up, and then he went back and he sat back down in that chair and just went limp. But I'm standing there, my heart pounding, I'm terrified, and I managed to walk up the stairs and get back into the house. And after a couple of hours, I said, I gotta go back down. I gotta get rid of that thing. Maybe I won't take it apart. Maybe I'll just take it outside and burn it up or something. I gotta get rid of that thing down there. So I go back down there and I don't see it. It's not in that chair. And I said, well, where did it go? I mean, the doors wasn't open or nothing, but it just wasn't in there. So So I just started back upstairs, and then he was there sitting on the top step of those stairs. He was not going to let me leave out of there. So I went back in my little workshop, kind of out of sight of the stairs, and I heard him walking down those stairs. You can hear when wood meets wood. And he came down, and then I stopped hearing the steps, and then I started hearing them again, and there he showed up. And he come in there, and he sit back down in that chair, and he went limp. You know, so I got up and started back upstairs. And this time he didn't stop me. I was able to get upstairs and get back into the house. Well, I don't know what's going on with this wooden man. I don't know what's going on with me. But I kind of like this man for some reason. I kind of like him, although I'm so afraid of him. I just kind of like him. But he sure is a scary kind of man.